Welcome back, everybody. Quick brand update for my product, Mood Juice. If you guys don't know me, I'm documenting the entire process, being super transparent and upfront about our product, Mood Juice, a fast-acting supplement. And yeah, let's go over some sales data, updates, what's going well, what's not going well. So I don't have access to the Amazon account because my IP and stuff is completely cooked. So I have to sort of just ask my partner to send me screenshots and stuff like that. So I wish I could give you guys updated data, but you just have to believe me. So yesterday, February 3rd, was our record day. We did 13 sales. It was $500. So that was a new record for us. That felt great. And something I was talking to my partner about is how I'm actually preferring the slow growth significantly more than the fast growth. The slow growth allows us to learn, not get emotionally invested, because I've had experiences of fast growth where you're just making a fuck ton of sales, and it's like cocaine. It's literally like dopamine and cocaine. It is, and the crash is crazy. You go up, you do $2,000 within 24 hours, and you come down, and it just you just build this new like base every single day, and it's not healthy. And especially when you're a beginner like I am, you get hooked on it, and all you do is spend your time looking at the sales every day, and that's not the income producing activities. And I'm going to talk about that in a bit, about how like what got me to the dance, or at least what's getting us to sales, is doing the inputs, right? And so when you start spending your day like kind of just like it's just self gratification of just like, hey, let me see what the sales are at. And I still do this, right? It's early and it's okay, but you want to, I think it's, for me, I'm trying to get out of the habit of caring about the sales are and caring about my inputs more, because if I care about the outcome, it's like you get so emotionally attached to that, where like today we're at 2 sales right now in the day, and that kind of puts you in a mood, and then you just can't operate as well, where it's just like, if I just focus on putting out 5 videos a day, the sales will come. And so I think that's what you sort of have to focus on, and I still need to do that. So let's go over this. So 12 units ordered. Yesterday we did 13. We're getting some recurring sales. This is not fully accurate. I think the ad cost is a little bit more, but we're profitable on the last 2 days. This day right here, we made some changes on February 1st, and then February 2nd, we got cooked on sales. So this was very unprofitable. We lost a lot of money, but overall, we're getting some good sell-through rate. 56 divided by 7, averaging 8 units, averaging 8 units a day, which is pretty cool. I don't know what this is doing here. Okay. And then over here, we have about, 300 units in FBA right now. So something that we have to worry about is that, I don't know if you guys can see, I have some inventory over there. So basically, we started off with 1,170 units, sent some to TikTok. So TikTok right now has 101 in FBT. That's their version of FBA, right? And then right now, Amazon has, 300-ish units, basically, at the warehouse. And then I have, around 400 more. And so I'm going to send in more pretty soon, because our sell-through rate went from, 3 units. Now we're at 8 units. And, it could potentially even be up and up. And, we need to get the cash out of the bank account from Amazon, because Amazon is holding money. And I need to use that to order the next batch of inventory. So that's the cash flow game that you have to figure out. Because in drop shipping, you get the money right away, then you buy the product. It's super easy. But for this, I have lead times, right? So I'm slowly ordering all the raw materials. We're going to start off with the stick packs and the pouches. Then I have to order the kava. That's the most expensive ingredient in our formula. Then I have to start ordering the flavors and all that kind of stuff. So I have to manage all these vendor relationships, and we have leftover ingredients. So, I have the leftover ingredients from the last run. We're going to use that, finish that off. So what we're going to do is, instead of ordering another 1,170 units, with our cash flow situation, I would rather just order 700 units. So, a little under half. Then we're going to get that, sell through that, and then have another 700. So that's the goal right now. I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, so that's Amazon. Great. But the thing is, I'm not really managing the Amazon. I have a guy that's doing it, and he's killer. And I think once, maybe we're getting to 50 to 100,000 a month, I'm going to actually do a case study video with him to help him out, because he's been great. He's been killing it. Now, TikTok. This is, I think I told you guys in the last video about how we're making some, how do I hide this? Let me see how to figure this out. Sorry, guys. Can I close this out? Okay, there we go. Okay, so with TikTok Shop, I told you guys this is where I was struggling the most, and I talked in the last video how my listing photos, updating it really changed the game for us. And our old listing photos are very, very complex. The new ones are a lot simpler. But look at this. In the last 7 days, granted, some of this was GMV max spend, but the ratio still stands. For every 100 visitors, we get about 1 sale. So this is a little bit better than that, but that's sort of the conversion rate I'm going for right now. But The issue right now is that we're just not getting traffic to the page, right? Like today we're at 5 visitors to the page. Obviously, no one's gonna buy. So let me just click on here. Okay, let me go down here, key metrics. So because my videos aren't as good as the affiliate videos, and I'm the only one posting videos right now, my click-through rate went from like 19% to 4% because I don't know, maybe I'm just chopped. They don't want to see me. But let's go over here. So look, so right now 82 visitors, 2 sales, $0 in GMV, 20 visitors. Yesterday we got 1 sale on 88 visitors. So right now my highest leverage activity that I can do where it's an income producing activity is make a fuck ton of videos, find the winning concept, and get visitors to the page. That's all we care about, is getting traffic to the page. The affiliates did that, and I fucked up with the old listing photos, and I lost a lot of revenue. And on top of that, I have 100 units in FBT right now. Let me show you what that looks like. Logistics, FBT. Get started. So FBT is the version of FBA, and it's pretty good, honestly. It's been pretty smooth. So you can see my inventory starting to get a little bit old, which is not great, but okay, here we go. Yeah, so we have about 100-ish units, 101 units. They're in 3 different facilities right now. And right now, my biggest thing is I need to sell through that inventory because TikTok still has me on delivery plus 31 days. So I'll show you guys right here. Delivery plus 31 days. So the issue is, even if I sell through on TikTok, I'm not going to get the money in time to fund this next order. So the Amazon is going to fund the next batch. And something I'm thinking about is maybe not even doing FBT for a bit, because I would rather have the flexibility. Because once you send the units to FBT, it's a bitch to get them back. You have to, it's just a process. So it's just like, you know, TikTok is not where we're driving the most sales. Amazon is. And so for us, it makes the most sense to be able to send inventory to Amazon and not send a bunch to TikTok. I think once we have TikTok going, then we can send inventory over. But I'm thinking for the next batch, I'm not going to send any more inventory to FBT, sell through what we currently have, and then I'll just ship the units myself. Because if Amazon starts cooking and TikTok is still kind of stagnant, it's just like, all right, let me just go send some units over to Amazon. So that's sort of the situation right now overall. And I think what I'm going to be talking about on the next batch when we start ordering that is I want to start talking about money management. Because a lot of the drop shippers and people in the space, they all talk about how to get traffic to the page and make money and make sales. And that's very, very important. But in e-commerce, the feature of the business where this is how you get good at e-commerce is cash flow management and forecasting. And so something I'm working on is, how do I make the business profitable? How do I also make it so that I can take money out of the business for myself, right? Something that a lot of the bigger companies like Grunes and IMA and all these guys, they are growth-focused companies where they're also making a fuck ton of money so they can take out distributions for themselves, but they're focused on getting a shit ton of subscribers. And obviously, I'd like to do that too, but you know, we're bootstrapped and we're broke. So we need to make money to pay our lifestyle bills. And I'm sure everybody that's watching this video is in a similar situation, right? We can't afford to lose money on customers and then have them come back in a month, and we're not at that level yet, and I hope to be at that level. But right now, it's how do we make this business profitable from day one? How do I sell through inventory, build a brand? And I think something that I'm struggling with right now is actually building the brand part. For the protein gummies, it was very easy, honestly, but for this, I'm really struggling because on Amazon, people are looking up kava and buying our product. Great. Now, I want people to be looking at mood juice and understand what mood juice is because I want them to want mood juice, not kava. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's sort of the update for now. I hope this has been helpful for you guys. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, drop a comment below. And as always, I really appreciate it. Appreciate all the support. Take care, guys.